Welcome to the channel. In this video, we will see how we can write a Python program to check whether the number is a positive number, a negative number, or a zero. So what we do in this program is we will ask the user to enter a number. First, we will check whether the number entered by the user is greater than zero. If it is so, then it means that the number is a positive number and we will display that message to the user. If the number entered by the user is less than 0, then it means that the number is a negative number and we will display a message to the user. If the number entered by the user is not greater than 0, and also if it is not less than 0, then it means that the number entered by the user is 0 and we display a message to the screen. So here first we will use the input function and we will ask the user to enter a number. Now, after seeing this message, the user will enter a number and this input function will return that number as a string value. But in this program, we want to work with numbers. So what we have to do is we have to convert the number returned by this input function, which will be in string form, to integer form. We can do that by using the int function. And after that, we will store it in a variable and we will call it as number. So whatever the number that the user is going to enter after seeing this message will be stored in this number variable. So now what we have to do, we have to check whether this number is a positive number. We can do that by using the if conditional statement. So here we will say if number variable is containing a value which is greater than 0. If it is so, then we will say that the number is a positive number, and we can do that by using the print function. And here I'm going to use the f string to format the output, and it will be number, that is the value entered by the user, is a positive number. Okay, so now here we have written the code to check whether the number is a positive number. Similarly, we can write the code to check whether the number is a negative number. So we will copy this code and we will paste it in here. And we just have to check whether the number variable is containing a value which is less than 0. In that case, we will say it is a negative number. Okay. After that, we have to check whether number is 0. And we can do that by using the if conditional statement. So it will be if number variable is containing a value which is equal to 0. In that case, we can use the print function and we can say that number is 0. Okay. So now here what we have done is we have used 3 conditions, and when these conditions evaluate to true, the particular message will be displayed. So now I'm going to save this program and I'm going to run this. Enter a number. I'm going to say 5. It says 5 is a positive number. I will run it one more time. This time I'm going to enter 0. It says 0 is 0. That is, the number entered by the user is 0. We will run it one more time, and this time I'm going to enter -6. It says -6 is a negative number. Here we will change the message for 0. We will say entered. 0 is entered. Okay. Now this program works and we get the output. But the problem here is no matter what the number the user is going to enter, we will check whether it is greater than 0, whether it is less than 0, or whether it is equal to 0. Now, if you think about this particular program, if the first condition is evaluated to true, that is, if the number entered by the user is a positive number, then there is no point of checking for whether number is negative or whether it is 0, because these two will be false if this first condition is true. So here, instead of using 3 if conditional statements, what we can do is we can use something called as if-elif. So here in this particular example, if this first condition is evaluated to true, then we don't want to check the second and third conditions. If the first condition is evaluated to false, then only we have to check the second condition. If the second condition is also evaluated to false, then only we have to check the third condition. So in this example, instead of using 3 if conditions, we can use the if else and we can make our program perform better. So here, first if condition will be like this. If the number is greater than 0, we will display this message. And after that, instead of using if again, we will use elif. So it means that if the first condition is evaluated to false, then only we will check the second condition. If this is true, then this will not be checked. Okay. And after that, we will have the else part. And for the else part, we don't need to have a condition. So in this example, what happens is, if the number is greater than 0, if this condition is evaluated to true, then we will display this particular message to the screen. Then we will not check the second condition. If the first condition is evaluated to false, then only we will check for the second condition. If all of these conditions are evaluated to false, then we will execute the code in the else part. In this example, if the number is greater than 0, then this message. If the number is not greater than 0, then we will check whether it is less than 0, whether it is a negative number. If so, we will display this message. If the number is not greater than 0 and also it is not less than 0, then obviously it means that the number is 0 and we print the message in the else part. So we will save it, run it and enter the number. I'm going to say 3. 3 is a positive number. Run it one more time. We will enter 0. 0 is entered. One more time. This time I'm going to say -9. It says -9 is a negative number. So this is it guys for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later in the next video.